Hello, everyone. My dear viewers, this is the weekend's reading, and it's from Friday to Sunday, July 10th to the 12th. And let us begin. 2026 for everyone. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all for being here. My best wishes and to each and every one of you, no matter what's happening. Now, we're going to start this first by letting you know that the changes and the transits that are happening, and I'll make it very quick, but they're very important. You've got to know about this. So listen up. In your life now, if your life feels like a browser with too many tabs open lately, you're not crazy. Trust me. It's just the cosmos being extra again, just extra. But I've got good news. The sky is finally demanding we trade the drama for some actual discipline. We're moving from chaotic guest energy into get your life together energy. And honestly, it's about time. Let's make this weekend magic worthy. Now, the cosmic lowdown is for this weekend that the heavens are architecturally aligning to support your transition from scattered energy to focused, tangible progress. Now, the main thing that everybody needs to know, especially if you're single, Venus enters Virgo, the practical shift. This is where Virgo and Venus united, Venus moving into Virgo, gives us that transit that shifts the collective focus from grand, dramatic expression of Leo to the meticulous, detailed-oriented nature of Virgo. What does it mean? It means it's inviting us to apply practical magic to our hearts and budgets. The benefit, rather than seeking temporary excitement, we're now supported in building long-term stability, refining our daily routines, and prioritizing quality over luxury. Now, there is another surprising celestial trio that's taking place. This alignment is aligning. This is happening on Saturday, July 11th. A stunning alignment occurs, and it's happening in our eastern sky before sunrise, featuring a waning crescent moon, the planet Mars, and the Taurus region, which includes the Pleiadians. And this is about refinement, correction and refinement. While the moon, Mars, and Taurus, brightest star, Aldebaran, from the primary line of the Pleiadian stars clusters, is also visible in the portion of the sky, which means that the collective benefits. How? Grounded acceleration. This formation acts as a correction window. It helps the collective stop running in circles and provide the clarity needed to identify which daily actions align with their long-term soul path. So targeted focus is on providing a moment to shed outdated strategies or busy work, allowing individuals to focus their energy on specific tangible goals. Now let's see what else does the universe and the heavens want you to know. We're going to take one message for the collective here and see what is happening. Okay, so daydreaming. It says you will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream. That means if you're breathing in silence regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seed of creativity. This is where you are aligning your mind with your soul, and it just becomes incredible. The amount of information you get, it's just profound the longer you do it. Let's take on two messages from this deck. And we've got transformations, major and beautiful ones are taking place, and the other one has just fallen out. And the other one is all about, one second, I lost that thing that holds these together. We've got happiness. The bluebird is about happiness. We've got the butterfly spirit and the bluebird. This is talking about transcending you from where you are. Transformations that are going to transcend you to high levels of status, of It's going to evolve you big time. And then we've got the happiness of the bluebird, which is all about setting you free, a certain kind of freedom. Now, some of you might be taking action or wanting to take action, thinking about taking action this weekend. Whatever it may be, it is going to transform your status now, your status quo, into a great upcoming happiness. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're thinking, keep at it and do it without hesitation. Let the change take place. Now, let's take some tea leaves for the collective. And we're not going to take too many. One at a time, or two, three at a time. So we got one. And we got the camel. Okay, we got news coming with the bird. Great news on its way. And then we got the star, wishes and dreams. And especially one particular wish is going to be granted. And then we've got the shrewdness of the fox. The fox is about resourcefulness and being shrewd. It can also be that you might be dealing with someone that might be very resourceful. Now, it says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Now, it can be in business and it can be in other factors. But you're either going through this situation or somebody around you is going through it. The star is the best one because it's about success and one of your oldest wishes being granted. So prepare for that. That is magnificent. And the bird flying, this is about news being on its way. It's coming. Prepare for that too. The camel, this is a gift. This is perseverance. This is about a beautiful, outcome to a problem that was there that you were burdened with. Something miraculous is taking place, and you being caring and you being loving and you having that energy of patience within you, it is actually as a gift coming to you to resolve your current issue, current problem. As though by magic. That's what it looks like to me. Now, moving on to the next level, two messages from another deck over here. Let's have a look, and we have a new beginning. A great new beginning that brings you the truth, a great breakthrough, epiphany or two, and an amazing victory. So the truth of the matter is that you are transcending and you are reaching to levels of the truth of who you are or where you want to be. Now, the other thing is something is coming to an end for this beginning to happen. This is a new beginning that brings you victory. This is the death card, which means an ending to a chapter. That's why we have transformations. And that's what the transformations are all about. They're about amazing ending and transforming you, transcending you to high levels of happiness and wishes and dreams come true. What you don't see happening is they're saying a little bit of patience and you are going to have the stability that you really are after, that you're seeking. Now, the next situation here is this deck. We're going to take two out of this deck, two messages for the collective. And it says your sacrifices are going to be completed. They're going to be supported and they're going to be applauded by the heavens or the universe. And they're coming to an end. You've sacrificed enough and now it's time for you to actually start living the life where you put everything aside for the sake of others. It looks like you have been sad, disoriented, unhappy. Something is coming to an end for this situation to end, and success is going to be part of this transformation. Success is the thing, the ultimate situation that's going to uplift you, and this new beginning that's going to give you a glorious outcome. Okay, now two more messages from another deck. See what else you need to know. My dear viewers, here we go. And we've got the nuggets. And also, we have the wings. One more wonderful than the other. The nugget is about money. It is about money that's coming within batches, maybe small batches. Small increases and valuable information coming to you where you will need to do honest assessment about everything. Some of you are starting a new, fresh start. Steady work is there and career building mechanisms are going to be there supporting you. So that is wonderful. That could be very much connected to the camel, where things are coming slowly. This can be also gifts. And also we've got the wings, rising above money issues, business taking off, profits. This could be life's mission. And like I said, a lot of spiritual growth. Some of you are working spiritual work, doing or thinking about doing spiritual work, but business taking off, and most of all, rising above money issues. So all the time that you've had money problems, that's actually over. Your money problems are going to be coming to an end. You won't be having this. You'll be facing a situation where you just want spiritual growth. You don't care much about money. 2 more messages for the collective, and we got the first one. It says, Gaia, the mother of earth. This is about stable energy, balance, and grounding your situation and yourself. This is about purpose, being purpose drawn to a situation where you may be experiencing duality in, where your inner and your outer are in a battle. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of practicality and something like the groundness is going to be the main center of everything. And that is what's going to give you finally an inner identity and also satisfaction. Success is imminent here, whatever you're doing, however you are dealing with this earth energy. And you are nurtured also. This is a very nurturing situation. Yes, things are going to spring into action. Yes, there is a new beginning. And yes, setting goals and intentions is going to come alive. So there's a yes, yes, yes for everything. There's going to be growth. There is a surprise. And there is going to be an increase that's going to give you a lot of excitement and a lot of fertility in the new cycle. So that is wonderful. And I feel like timing, we got September to November. September to November. Interesting. Now I'm going to clarify some of the cards to see what they're all about. And we're going to start with the Four of Cups and see what is it that you are sad and depressed about. Is it because you're sacrificing too much and there's hardly anything left? Yes, it is. You know why? Because it looks to me like you've been taking on the pressure of someone that you really care about, someone of air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You've been taking on their burden, their heartache, and putting your interests aside and worrying about them. For all this, you are going to be rewarded. For all your efforts, there's applause and there's reward, and there is a great victory coming your way. The King of Swords, being an air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, but it's also about finally having the clarity and the power to understand where you stand. And that on its own is going to help you understand where all your power was going, what was draining your power, and then finally it has come to an end. There is a surprise that is going to help you big time. And you are supported and rewarded for your efforts. Let's have a look at your efforts. The Hanged Man, where you are torn what to do between two situations, the destiny role comes to play. Destiny brings you luck and it brings you abundance. It brings you fortune and happiness. So it is going to control situations and bring on some money for you so that you won't be struggling as to what's the best course of action to take. And that comes also with your rewards. End of a chapter that was overwhelming. You're transcending to high levels and having large sums of money come your way that you're transcending to high levels. That is wonderful. Let's have a look at the new beginning, the Ace of. Now, when that happens, it's very bizarre. 4 cards fell. I've got to take them. Okay, so it is the truth. Look at this. How I knew. This is what proves that these cards belong to it. The way they fell here, in between this and that, it is the truth because we're asking. This is how I love how the heavens and the archangels work with me. And that's how I've asked them. This is what I pray for. To have this synchronicities that make me understand that their presence and their energies are present within these readings. So I was asking about the Ace of the new beginning that brings you the truth, and 4 cards fell in the midst of 2 pillars, and this is what it's all about. It shows to me that there is a great new beginning, but what about this great new beginning? There is freedom. And the freedom is from what? From a very hectic situation that was overwhelming. You're leaving a conflicted situation behind, which is the truth showing you the path to go and not to put up with a conflicted situation. And there could be someone that's Aquarius here, very strong. We've got air energies. They could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And I feel like with this, the Fool is connected to Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which is an air energy. There could be someone of air energy or somebody that might be Aquarius with Libra, Aquarius with Gemini, that you are dealing with, or you might be conflicted regarding, and now that's going to be over. Something is coming to an end, and that's going to take you to the highest level of freedom. And that's what the Fool is all about, freedom from all cares and worries. Now let's have a look at the Death card and this ending. What is coming to an end? Well, it's whatever's coming to an end is magic, and I'll tell you why. Your sacrifices are coming to an end. There is someone, fire energy, that's there supporting you, helping you. Fire energies are Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. We got fire all over the place. The Eight of Wands shows that there's news information coming, which we already know about the bird flying. News is on its way. This news is going to help you on a grand scale because it's going to resolve your current problem right now that you're having. But at the same time, it is going to give you a great opportunity, something really an amazing opportunity. A wonderful new beginning that brings you expansion. It ignites a passion in you and gives you a lot of expansion. And there is the sacrifice. It's over. A chapter ends. Your sacrifice is going to be rewarded. And the end of you giving and pouring out for the interest of others and not yourself. That comes to an absolute end, which is wonderful. And that is also connected to the ending that we talked about. At the end of the cards, I just got to show you the greatest precious gift from the heavens. There is some sort of a gift on its way to you. Have a look at your money reading under your sign and see if there is money destined for you, a gift, a windfall, something big, or it could be the beginning of the greatest love. Talking about love, relationships, marriage, let's have a look. Sometimes the Ace of Cups is all about that. Let's take 2 messages from this deck and see what else is there for you. Oh. Okay, so there's these 2. Oh, there's 3. That's enough. I'll just take these 3 and that'll do. That would be enough. Okay, so it says here that some of you have been just flirting. And if you're not, you will be. Why? Because there's something very passionate happening here. It says, allow your heart, your soul, sing with joy and pleasure and flirting. Talking about pleasure, it says someone worthwhile. Okay, it says here, divine timing at work in your love life. Divine timing at work in your love life. And something really worth waiting for. Someone really magical is coming your way. I feel like it's going to be more than a flirt. It's just going to turn into an extreme passion, and it might turn into a beautiful love of a lifetime, because truly the Ace of Cups is exactly that. A twin flame, a situation that just becomes magnificent. Now I'm going to take some messages from the heart, your heart, somebody else's heart, what they're thinking and not saying, what they're saying while they're thinking, what you're thinking, what they're thinking about you, what you're thinking about others. It could be anything from the heart or something that's being thought about. And just one more, because we're doing the collective. There should be at least 4, and there it is. Okay, so let's have a look at thoughts of the heart. Okay, it says, I repress my emotions. That would be right. When somebody is sacrificing and putting their interests aside for the sake of others, they always repress what they feel in their emotions. They're constantly repressing, and that's why you're getting the rewards. Those who suffer and sacrifice get the highest rewards. I'm going through a spiritual awakening. When you go through a spiritual awakening, your awareness heightens to high levels of vibration that you start feeling incredibly powerful. I really want to kiss you. Somebody wants to kiss you. Nice. Okay. Could be this passion that's happening. I don't like all the attention you're getting. I don't like all the attention. This is someone probably a bit jealous, and that's that. Now, Chinese cookies to see what they want to tell us as a seal of this reading. We've got 2 messages. Maybe they're confirmations or affirmations. Let's have a look. It says, reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. So friendships. And then we've got manifestations. A bountiful time awaits you. A time of abundance awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. Remember I said the star is about wishes? Have a look at that. Your wishes may manifest right before your eyes. Prepare for that, because that's what manifestations is all about. And that's what the star is about. Wishes and dreams manifesting right before your eyes. So prepare for the great news. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the reading. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I wish you infinite possibilities of love and abundance. Namaste.